go. And now they can hear us and hopefully see us if everything is working. Whoa, Javi is here today, which is very funny. We have been speaking almost a year now on Telegram, and this is the first time we meet like this. So I'm very happy to do this. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I was in a rush this morning, but now everything's slowing down a little bit, back to normal. Yeah.
So you are part of Clashdome, and like you were the first real game that launched and built into the Wax blockchain, and you are still one of the most playable games that we have. The one with least bugs, the one that is most complete. So let people know, what is Clashdome and what are you guys working on?
Yeah, it all started back in September, last year, and it all was like a sort of a tournament site. With our first game, it was Endless Siege, a tower defense game, and we started holding these tournaments, daily tournaments with different maps each day. And slowly, as we became more familiar with the environment and the possibilities, we kept releasing 2 more games and a different game mode called Duels, where players can fight in player versus player battles. So, and now, because we realized that if you have no NFTs on your collection, on your project, you're kind of invisible here on Wax.
Yep.
Yeah, which makes sense because it's the coolest part of the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that we were trying to figure out which was the best way to blend NFTs in a meaningful and playful way into our games in such a way that it doesn't break the pure competition, that it doesn't turn into pay to win kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And now we think we've got the idea, at least. Well, yeah, yeah. For next week, we will be releasing our lands to be used on Endless Siege Duels, and from that moment on, we will start making more releases, new content, different game modes, new features, all based on our actually playable games. They're not.
But okay, so you just casually dropped there that you're releasing lands, and you have a game, and I'm playing one of the games right now as we speak. And if I want to continue here, I can just go and I can pay for this, and then I'm added to the daily tournament, and I have a chance to win some wax.
Yeah. Exactly.
And how will you use lands for this ecosystem?
Okay, in this case, I think you started playing a tournament or a duel.
Yeah, tournament.
Okay, we have the other game mode, which is called Duels. Maybe you can click there on that section. And Endless Siege Duels, it's like a different variety of our regular Endless Siege tournament. In this way, you only have one single life. So the moment one orc crosses the final line of defense, you're dead. Because we try to keep the plays shorter, okay? So we have a set of 40 different maps here on Endless Siege Duels. And when there's a player entering here in this game mode, they will be playing on one of these 40 maps, right? So every time they kill an orc, the owner of that land will be rewarded with orc corpses, orc bodies, you know? And we have created an exchange ratio, so you can exchange the pile of dead bodies into Ludio, which is our token. So that's stage 1, where landowners will get benefit of the players' skills defending their lands.
So you have this token Ludio, and now that I start to play it, is I need to pay wax, and I got some Ludio while I'm playing. So how does this work for people?
Yeah, at the moment we are using this first way of dealing with things, which was charging an entry fee, and then the reward will be for in this case of PvP duels. They would be paying 10 wax as an entry fee, and the winner would take 19.5 wax as a reward and some Ludia on top of that. Okay,
Yeah.
so but this can be interpreted as some sort of gambling thing, and our idea is to slowly move into another scenario more in the line of play to earn games. So it's free for players to get inside our games and get some Ludio. Obviously the the loser of the duel won't earn any Ludio, because if we were doing like that, we would receive like billions of bot accounts mining Ludio for free, and that's so. What we are proposing here is mining with your gaming skills. You have to invest some time and also your gaming skills to get Ludio in exchange for that. And in this first stage, the landowners will just be like passive members of our community. But in the near future, we are planning like private duels, so they can share their URLs, their links. Maybe probably they will be able to customize their lands too, the path, and give them some freedom to create custom duels for their communities.
So you mean that I could sit on a stream and I could just paste this link in the chat, and someone could join me and challenge me in this game?
Yeah, for instance, that will be an option. Yeah,
that's great. And right, so this is Endless Siege. So right now, okay, I have played this before, so I have speed on ×3, and I have auto on, so I just get new creeps all the time.
Yeah.
I know what I will be doing here, and so far everything is very simple. But if I'm a new player, like this game for me is, if you go back to Warcraft 3, there was a lot of custom maps, there was a lot of tower defense maps where you had creeps coming in waves and you had to defend your base. And I mean, tower defenses are one of the most popular mobile games. And this can be played on mobile, it can be played on desktop, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's the advantage of html5. The loading times, it's kept under control, so it shouldn't take that long to download the complete game. Yeah, all the assets are optimized for playing it while you are commuting on subway or riding on your horse.
Riding on my horse, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are creating these games, and let's talk a little bit about your background, because this is not the first game that you guys are creating. You have created 3 of games released on Wax right now. What's your background?
Well, we started as a game development studio back in, let me check, 2011, and in all this time we have created roughly 100 games. They were mini games, most of them created for some clients that have game portals like Miniclip. I'm sure you must be familiar with Miniclip and all those Spiel games, well, the typical game portals. Back then we started with Flash, and as Steve Jobs started throwing his threats to Flash and the development community, we considered moving into
What is this?
HTML5. Yeah, this one of the first resources we came up with to avoid like steady winners, you know. This is like a smooth random factor, which is some interesting thing we should discuss later. The random in our games, besides skill. But yeah, going back to our backstory. Yeah, back in 2014, we switched to HTML5 games. And since then, we have been creating many games for both our clients and for our own purposes. And yeah, last year, thanks to Josep Prosit, the OIG, the official Inspector General, which you already know.
Yep. And for anyone watching, the OIG on Wax, Inspector General, is the one reviewing all the guilds, all the teams running the blockchain infrastructure, validating all blocks, running most of the or all of the public APIs, making sure that we all can use Wax. Those teams are being evaluated for their work, and by that they are also paid by the Wax inflation to make sure their hardware can be up and running. So that job is very important.
Sponsored content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Few people know actually what's their job and the contributions of each of these guys, but there should be some kind of task to let people
and
know.
you can actually, right now, since we're talking about it, you can actually go to oig.wax.io if you're interested in blockchain governance. And there's actually an election going on very soon where you can be one of the free IGs, and you get paid, if I'm not mistaken, 75,000 wax per month for this job. It is a job that requires some technical skill, a lot of work. You need to read up on all the teams. It is not something you do on the side, but you will actually have to put in some work to do this. But if you're interested, you want to have a blockchain job, you have a few years of experience here, then come and just check this out on oig.wax.io, and you can find out, and you can go in here and you can see we have some nominations, and there is an 18-month term. So if you want to do this, you don't go in for, hey, I want to do this for a few weeks, but you go in for 1.5 year. So that's that. So yeah, that's a side note.
Yeah, most of the guilds make actual work, except you that make memes on your time.
Yeah, exactly. I just do memes. You are the one that make all the memes, right?
Me?
Yeah, like doing this.
Yeah, we will discuss about this later, maybe. But yeah, going back to Josep, he told us about the funds the Wax community was giving to developers in general. And that was the moment we decided to turn one of our games into a blockchain game. And this the beginning of our story.
Yeah, and you say that the Wax team give away funds, and this is the Wax Labs. You can actually go and you can apply. They are kind of restrictive with what kind of project they give out Wax for. And this is a new platform. All the old completed ones are not in this list, but you can go here and you can see there's 167 million Wax in this fund. I don't know the difference between operational fund and additional funds. I have not read up on that, but yeah, you can go in here, you can go and check out if you have a project that is mostly benefiting the whole Wax ecosystem and not simply for profit. That is the short notice for how this works.
Yeah.
And you got some money there, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was enough money to build the simplest version of our game portal, write some smart contracts, and prepare one of the endless siege, which in the first months we didn't feel it was the best candidate, because it's kind of hardcore. It's not as casual as match 3 game like Candy Fiesta, which was our second choice as our second game for an obvious reason. And
and that is like Candy Crush, but a little bit different. Like there's different game mechanics, but for everyone else it looks kind of the same, it feels the same. It's just a little bit different. You have your own touch on Candy Crush pretty much.
Yeah, basically the board keeps expanding as you are making points. And yeah, it can be really tricky in the end. But speaking about Candy Fiesta, uh, one of the latest additions we made to that game was the achievements card. And yeah, maybe it was like a couple of weeks ago, we created an NFT, non-transferable NFT. Yeah, there you go. See this chart here?
I'm just gonna pause my game so I don't die.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
here, achievements.
This is the content of the all the possible achievements and just the first tier of our achievements. So by being a regular player, you can earn Ludio. You don't need to rely on your pure gaming skills, but if you keep playing on a constant basis, you will keep unlocking these feats. And yeah, there's there's a big amount of Ludio in all these achievements. Yeah. And
so Ludio is something you earn. Yeah, continue.
Sorry, just one small note. Just by playing one play on Candy Fiesta, you will receive this NFT, and from that moment on, we will keep track of your evolution in Clashdome using the mutable parameters of the NFT. We keep track of your activity on that NFT.
Nice. So yeah, so this is new because I played this game before and then I did not get this, so that's nice. So I will get an NFT that is non-transferable, and then you will add mutable data as I pass more of these.
And anytime you close or you complete one of these achievements, you will have a claim button there, and your the Ludio will be transferred to your account.
Nice. And yeah, so Ludio is something you earn by playing these games now. That was not the case before either, so that is also something new for me. I do have 260 Ludio here, I can see that, which is from my old Endless Siege games, or perhaps when I tried some Templock and things like that.
Yeah, exactly that.
How is there any, like, do you have a plan for usage of Ludio, or is that something I also want to acquire? Is that something I can use more in the game? How does that work?
Yeah, we published an article on Medium about it, and we will keep adding more stuff to it. But yeah, there's a current use for Ludio in our tournaments, so you can get some small boosters in exchange of an amount of 50 Ludio, I think.
Yeah,
it's just a minor boost in terms of score, like you get an extra life in an endless siege, or you get 5 extra movements on Candy Fiesta. They're just meant to be tactical choices to be used on a punctual basis, not for everyone, but just maybe the top 10 positions, so you can get a small edge advantage and climb one rank. And that's our current use for Ludio, but there's more to come. There's more in the pipeline.
yeah. So that will work like my mobile game experience is limited because I'm one of those persons that hate using my mobile for anything. But I do play mobile games when I travel. It's great to have, like, on an airplane. When I flew to China last time, for example, you sit down for 8-9 hours on a plane. You get bored, so you download a few games. You try to achieve as many achievements as possible. Try to get far. It's pretty nice to kill some time.
Yeah, sure.
So, and in that case, you usually can earn something in the game that you can use to unlock maps, and you can get further or get some recharge. So that is pretty much how Ludio works as well.
Yeah, we will also make some sales using Ludio as the currency, and well, there's plenty to come. I just cannot disclose voluntarily. If you keep if you make me talk, I'll start talking
How
about
many
those
beers have
later.
you had today?
Beers,
Do we need to get more?
not for now, but let me
That's the
finish.
problem then.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I have one, but it's a non-alcoholic. I most often drink non-alcoholic. I'm a bad Swede that way. Swedes can't have fun without alcohol. That's a known fact in Sweden.
Yeah.
But okay, so we have these games, and what you mentioned before is the land. Let's dig into the land, the NFT land. You will, if you buy them, you will earn passive Ludio, which is the same as you would earn if you have Alien World land or Uplift land. You earn the in-game token, and you acquire more, and that can be used in the game. And as someone that invests in these NFT lands, you hope that there will be more and more usage of these tokens, so your land becomes more attractive and more valuable over time.
Yeah.
So the land sale, how exactly will that work? And is it open for everyone? Is it whitelisting? How many lands are there? What's the price? What's happening?
Yeah, at the moment we were considering having a portion of it for whitelisted users and another chunk for bots.
That's an accurate assumption.
Yeah, but you told us that it would be wise to whitelist the whole content. But
yes, more work.
No, that's not the issue. But we are concerned that having the wholesale close to whitelisted users can be kind of shutting our doors to newcomers.
Yeah.
So you proposed some interesting choice that would be whitelisting the new players that we have during the from now on until the sales day, right?
Yeah.
And our idea is at the moment it's to keep it for as an open sale, but if we start receiving death threats, we will consider whitelisting everyone.
So start sending them right now to Javi. Just tag him in my chat on Telegram, and we're all good to go. No, but I think it's good. I mean, you have a whitelist for your most active players.
Yeah, exactly.
I just lost to someone, and I had no idea.
Yeah,
look at that guy. I got 76,000.
Not bad, but yeah. there are new strategies in the game, because we've been making modifications to the gameplay, and players came up with interesting they came up with another weird tactics about building their towers, and it's kind of unpredictable where the game will go once you make some modification, but it's quite interesting to see how players find their own tricks. And
yeah, Nick is asking if he can register as a bot, and by bot sale you just mean a public sale that everyone can buy from. Sure. So what Nick is a bot by default, so I guess he's registered, so that's good.
We will explore the option of expanding our whitelist, but one thing that's sure is that our regular players will be granted to get their lands.
Yeah, and these are some of the lands I got in a message from you earlier.
You even named one of our legendary lands, right?
Yeah. We don't have to say which name it is.
Okay. Yeah, people should guess which one was named by you. Also Terrible Terry gave us a name for one of the epic lands.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
This is all fun, and so you have these lands, but you also work on other things. It's not just the land sale. You're working on bridging NFTs as much as you can into your platform. So what's happening more here?
Yeah, we want to slowly transition into a model of play to earn, so players can just simply earn while playing our games. Not if they suck one day and they lose a game, we want that their balance keeps adding and adding more. And we are trying to find meaningful ways to do that, not just open a faucet and start giving away our token, but I like to think of it as proof of play pop. So yeah, people will have to invest their time, but also their gaming skills. If you suck at it, there are still tools like the achievement cards so you can still keep earning Lurio. But yeah, we're building up the whole thing one step at a time. But yeah, the thing is that we are transitioning from an old model from we had back then in our heads prior to our actual knowledge of the community and the mechanics. And but now it's flowing in a really natural way. We haven't forced it for some months. We were like holding back to see how it felt, trying to find the best ways to add our NFTs without hurting the pure competition. But now we have a cool formula for that.
And that is very hard because like most of the games out there, they start off fun and challenging, and then they add more and more stuff, and it just becomes easy. Until if you have all the things, nothing is a challenge, and you always have an advantage on everyone else. So that is it is something very hard to do. I mean, look at World of Warcraft. They had to release World of Warcraft Classic just to make it challenging again. It's a big feat. Now you do not have as many moving aspects to balance as a big game like World of Warcraft, but you do have a lot of them when it comes to games.
The cool thing about our project is that it's built in a way that it has lots of room to increase, to add new modules. And by modules, I mean new games or different use for NFTs. So we are not really constricted by or limited by a super tight scheme. And that's really interesting. And for the next months, we have lots of features to be adding on our site, but also we should try to keep adding more games. And the cool thing about being exploited as game developers for years and years, working for our clients, is that we became really effective in terms of producing games. And our development times are really, well, let's say they're kind of faster than other projects out there. So
yeah, like, so you make everything in-house. You create the game assets, the art, you create the game, and the smart contracts. That is something new to you, because I remember when you got here the first time, which is about a year ago right now, pretty much a year ago, when you applied for the labs, exactly, the fund. And by that time, blockchain was new to you, crypto was new to you, NFTs was new to you. You didn't understand. Okay, crypto was not new.
No, because we had already worked with a client, and that was our first contact. They have a platform built on a layer 2 of Ethereum, and that was our first contact. But in that case, they took care of the smart contracts. And for when we released Endless Siege here on Wax, we made use of a contract developed by someone else, but now we are building on our own shit.
Nice. Yeah, because like I remember trying to convince you from day one about NFTs.
Sure. I just wanted to say that while we are putting our heads into smart contract development, we also receive a lot of support from not just you, but especially from Marcos, from Rada Quest, the game that it's in current stage of development.
The guy that built the Blender contract that everyone is using on NFT blocks.
Exactly, everyone, pretty much the whole ecosystem is abusing of that smart contract by Marcus, and he's
Yeah.
super helpful in all possible ways. And yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's good. And okay, so at the start, I remember telling you that you should use NFTs for this and for that and for everything.
Yeah.
And I pretty much overloaded you with information, and
that's what you do, right?
yeah, that's what I do. I just throw out ideas and then hope that something grasps.
Yeah, no, we still have cards in our Trello board with Anders says that we should have an historic record of. Yeah, I can show you, and we keep track of your older avatars that you were using back in 2020. And yeah, there's a lot of comments from your side on those boards.
And Søren is asking if you think Spain will win the European Championships, and clearly they will not. They didn't even defeat Sweden.
Which sport are we talking about?
No,
I don't know. Yesterday, I heard some people hearing foot. I presume it was a football match.
Yeah.
And I overheard goal, and yeah, that's my input about that.
That's pretty much my input as well. I do not watch football at all. I told someone yesterday I'm about as interested in football as I am in Telos, which is another blockchain project. I don't care at all. All I care about is making fun of other people, and usually Spaniards love their football and they are very proud of their football, which makes it even more fun to make fun of it. Yeah. But I failed that since you were at the same level as me.
Yeah. My deepest experience with sport was buying MLB packs.
You mean the zoomed in tracksuit photos of people you don't know?
Yeah, random guys in pajamas that sold out for hundreds of bucks. I love it. I love that sport, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know. They run after a ball and they play for hours, and I know that the audience eats sausage and drink beer. Yeah, so I mean, I like that sport from that aspect, that I can go there and I can have a beer and enjoy my day.
Yeah, cool.
But set aside there. So when is the land sale? What is happening? How much is it? Yeah, what's up there?
Next Wednesday. I kind of like the idea of making it on day 7 of month 7, and yeah, we have plenty of room, some security space for us to keep polishing stuff, but everything's going quite smooth until the moment we have made fake NFTs that were dropped among the team, pack openings, and everything went smooth as silk. And so it's happening next Wednesday at about 5 UTC. I'm the hour. I'm not really sure at the moment, but we will publish the hour as we fix it.
Okay, so the 7th of July, and what's the price of the land?
It will be the equivalent to 20 wax. That's sorry, $20.
Yeah.
Which by Wednesday can be from millions to who knows.
No one knows the price.
No, not millions. Would be 20 wax.
Yeah. Yeah. So wax will be $1 on Wednesday.
I don't know. I'm feeling Blue Wizard vibes here.
Nice. Okay. And how many lands are there? Nick is asking, there are 40 lands, because you said there was 40 maps, right?
No, there are 40 maps, but the thing is that every land will have different amount of co-owners. So if you get a common land, for instance, you can use the image I sent you later. Before, I mean, and we can see the numbers there. There's the common land that it's co-owned by 35 people. Then there's the rare land co-owned by 25 people. Then Epic for 15 owners, and Legendary for 5 owners. It makes a total amount of 950 NFTs.
Yeah, and Nick says, as I agree with, that's a tiny amount and it's a very cheap price, which is very attractive for people.
Yeah.
Which I think that the bot land will go in no time at all. So that would be interesting.
I think so.
To see.
Well, let's hope we receive a lot of death threats in this time. That's how you know you are doing things right?
Yeah.
When you have people, yeah, and I can remember your death threat some weeks ago. About...
Nick is asking if he can buy them all and give you 50% extra.
No. No, please don't. But yeah, as we keep talking, I'm becoming more fearful about the bot thingy.
My guess is that since they are priced at $20, there's not a lot of them. They will go in no time at all. They will. They have a passive earning of Ludio locked to the amount of land and the usage of the game. So if there are more players playing, that will be a better day for you. The more games you build, the more value that token will have and everything. So the price, as Nick is saying, the price is very low.
Yeah.
And the supply is low. So my guess is, as well as Nick's guess from his comments, is that they will sell out in an instant.
Well, we could have made hundreds extra, well, thousands of them.
But I think supply is good, actually. I think it's better to keep it low than doing what some teams are doing right now and just minting more land.
I also like low numbers, but because I think that a number around 1,000 lands will have enough room in the future for the things we plan to release. I don't think we need like a massive amount of lands, but there will be other chances in the future to join the community from the passive investor side. But the cool thing is that we don't want them to be just passive participants, but we are finding a meaningful way so they can add value to the community and make it more playful. And one cool thing I like about this is that, unlike the daily price, I mean the daily Trillium pot that is located on the planets each day, players, the more players there are there, the smaller the reward gets for each of them. And we wanted to find a formula that it encourages people to invite other players, and the landowners will get benefit from if Clashdome improves its performance, right? If instead of the current amount of 150, 300 matches played on Duels, if we go to 3,000, which is a super reasonable amount, they will have 10 times the people playing on their lands, killing orcs for them, which is cool.
Yeah, it's fun, and there are some nice comments. Deesh is saying, "Up your damn prices! You could sell out even at $50." So yeah, they think that it's cheap, and I told them to send kind threats to your Telegram, so that will be nice.
Yeah, but some of our players are there's one particular player I have in mind that he's from Iran.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, I think we will give him a land.
But what you could do is, since you have, I know how the detail was from the start, like your idea. So you have a whitelist of your most active players, and then you have the rest of them. You could have one price for them and one price for everyone else. That is also one thing you could do to reward your active players. You could there's many things you can do, and I understand that you want to give your most loyal people an opportunity to get in on this, since they are actually the one playing the games and not just buying it for the sake of the land.
But you may have realized by now that we're kind of stupid, and and we like to play the super high PT card here, and that's why we haven't released NFTs and made crazy sales until now, because we wanted to have a minimum viable product, have a set of games, uh, and build on top of them, and instead of making a sale and waiting for months to have some decent product. And we have a different mentality, and that's why we're starving right now.
Yeah, and so we have the land sale is coming, and the prices will be higher than $20 in some way. There will be a big whitelist for everyone. No, we don't know. There will be a Medium post coming out with everything detailed later today. That's right. And that will be shared, I guess, on your Twitter, your Telegram, and I will share it as well to the channels that I can control. So that's nice. So everyone will find out about this, and they will know what's happening. I really like that you are trying not to overprice the land or overproduce the quantity for a cash grab. You're actually trying to find value and add value to your community and the players, and keeping it down, not just to get a quick buck and or sell a lot of stuff before you have any product or anything. But I think you're selling them a little bit too cheap as well. But with that said, so you have right now, you have 3 games out, and you have 2 different game modes. So you have the leaderboard, the tournament, and you have the duels.
Yeah. Exactly.
What is happening? What's the plan on Clashdome? What is coming after the land sale? When this is all launched, people have started to play this. What's the next step?
Well, one of the next releases will be, I don't know, it's 10 o'clock, available for everyone to play on dual modes for free. So we hope that attracts a lot of new players, because one thing we realized with Templo is that, unlike the other 2 games, people don't have a pre-established idea of what they will find in there, because it's a puzzle, but it remembers them to Tetris. It's kind of a Tetris thingy, and we feel that it's a super cool game, but it's not getting enough attention, or the attention we think it deserves. And the ambience here, it's quite relaxed. It's the perfect companion for your toilet times.
So for anyone watching, what is happening? I see 4, I see 5, I see these Tetris guys. Should I just place them as I think is good, or how does it work?
Yeah, you can stack the pieces, so you can clear rows or columns here. And there's these gray blocks that, they're an initial liability, is it called? They're a kind of an initial obstacle you have to clear. And the blocks with the numbers, they will need more attempts to completely break them. But once you have cleared them, it will be much easier for you to keep filling the gaps. And as I said, it's a super chill experience.
And one thing, like, I have these 2, but I just have a counter of 1 on them.
Yeah, you can also hold pieces for later, in case you receive one super tricky piece with a weird shape. You can hold it there in the circular niche, and also the pieces you hold in that space, you can re-roll them by clicking the first symbol, the arrow, and you will get a new one, hopefully one that fits better than the one you place there. And the other feature down there, it's the turn feature, and you can turn pieces, so that this piece with the T shape, for instance, you can flip it and make it fit. Make another one. Maybe you can place it on the right corner down there.
Yeah, so I can twist it, and now it's expanded, so now I can't twist it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, but you can also get more features of this when you make cross clears. If you clear a row and a line, by placing one piece, you will get one new of these features.
Okay, so yeah, okay, I should have. I understand.
You can also make combos, and the highest the combos, the higher the score too, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you play this with the background music, the whole experience, it's nice. It's
yeah, because right now I have it muted for the stream.
Both for Enrique and me, this is the game of our current portfolio that we enjoy the most, and we, with this movement that we are planning for next week, and making it playable for free, we expect that it drags more attention.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a like this is the kind of puzzle you can just sit and you can play it. You can have a good time. For me, I like the battle aspect. I want to defeat people. I want to win over people.
Yeah.
And this is more of a game against myself to. Like
yeah,
I would do this while I'm watching an interview with someone, or while I'm playing while I'm watching a movie or doing something like that.
Yeah, I know. You're kind of
as I'm doing some. I always have to have a lot of things going at the same time.
But people here are super. Can be, some of them are quite hardcore players, and they find super optimal tactics to play this game. They always outplay us.
Isn't that the case for all your games though? As soon as you release them, other people will be better than you.
Yeah, exactly. I just can't think of one single game that I'm an average or good player. I think no, maybe Templock is the one I'm the best at, but never went up the, I don't know, 10th position. So yeah.
Nick is already cheating here. He wants to train a machine learning algorithm to tell him where to put everything.
Well, that's an interesting note, because we can use that to speak about cheaters and bots and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is that if you make predictable games, they can be played by computers. You have to add a random factor, right?
Yeah.
And in this game is the spawning of these random pieces down there, and yeah, basically that's the random factor in this game. And on Endless Siege, it was quite deterministic, and we had an issue with multiple accounts. You know, people that find the optimal tactic for one of those of the daily map, for instance.
Yeah.
And when he has find the perfect formula, he will replicate the same strategy with other different accounts, right?
Oh yeah. I remember that.
So the thing is that we are trying to we have figured out how to find a good score. You scored 12, right? I'll try to outplay you later.
Someone will beat me. I'm way too impatient. Like that kind of game, as I said, I can do it while I'm doing something else. Now I want to focus on the talk. But if I watch some series, I just want to not think about anything. Then I need to watch something and do something, and then my brain is not going at other ways. If not, I'm just thinking about work or things I should be doing.
Yeah, I know that feeling. And yeah, about the randomness in games. In the case of Candy Fiesta, it's more random. The random factor is more evident, but still there are players out there that are winning on a fairly regular basis. So you can become good at it. And as for Endless Siege, we are planning revamping the game and making something more casual. So, well, maybe casual, it's not the word, but yeah, kind of remembers the game experience of Clash Royale, where you have some elements in there and you have to make the best out of what you have at that moment. And we are moving towards that direction. So hopefully we finish with this multi-account thing.
Yeah, that's good, because I remember when Endless Siege just launched, I was playing it a lot, and I was at the top of the leaderboard every day when I was playing.
Yeah.
And I could have created multiple accounts and played with them, and I could have ended up on the top, because some days I got way more points than everyone else for some reason. And even though I shared on stream, I shared how I played and how it worked, people wasn't able to replicate it for some reason, which I find is very fun. I find that kind of things exciting, and I like the challenge. So, but how would you defeat like multiple accounts? Isn't that like very, very difficult to do?
Well, not apparently yes, it is, but not with what Enrique came up with. Yeah, it's super. Do you hear the noise?
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn it off. Sorry.
Yeah. I love his wall. I want that wall as well. The wall of Javi.
Sorry.
Yeah. I said that I love your wall behind you. That looks very, very nice.
Yeah, I'm in a cave.
Yeah, you're in a vine cellar or something.
Yeah, no, I'm in a cave, and we have dead animals around us. Yeah, I have a squirrel biting my feet at the moment.
So you're probably in the pyramid, down far below ground.
Yeah. So yeah, we were saying that way of dealing with multiple accounts, I think it's really a nice balanced solution to balance these two aspects of skill versus randomness.
Yeah.
And
that's good. I mean, I love games like Elemental TD on Warcraft 3. I love Green TD. There was a lot of those that was very fun to play. I mean, tower defenses can be you can really enjoy your time playing them, especially if you have multiple players or you have some kind of score you want to beat, that you can see. Like, this is the highest score, and then you try to beat that, and you continue to play, and then you master it. And what I really like about Endless Siege is that the map is changing. So the next day you come, you have something new. So you need to master the game. You need to understand how the towers work. And then you have the aspect of, okay, today is a new map, so I shouldn't play the same tactic as I did before. Exactly. Balloons TD, that's also a good map.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
those maps
that was fun.
A lot of good reference in tower defense games. It's kind of a game that people of our generation enjoyed a lot, and you can see people in their 30s and 40s that get super hyped about having a tower defense game on blockchain, right? But as for the new twist on Endless Siege, it will make every new match more appealing, because it will be more different than the matches before. So hopefully it's not just about the map, but also the tools you have to defend your realm.
Yeah, that's nice. So now you have shared that the next thing is happening, and at Templock we'll be able to play for free to introduce it, and that is very nice. Do we have more games coming?
Yeah, well, there's one kind of meta game, and it's kind of a collecting game, but it will just last for 3 months. So it will be like a short campaign, not a typical game, but something that will work both as a collection, but also as a competitive game with some strategy. And your card, the image I sent you earlier, it's part of this set of new cards that we will release. You can also show, if you want, the other image I sent you about with those little characters, but that's super low quality.
This is one of them. So this is, and here we can see some information. So this is the card you created, and this is done in-house by Anya. I guess she's the main artist, and with this exactly. So this is making fun of a lot of different things that's around me, and I love it. And people can look at this and they can see more things, and if they follow everything that is happening, they would know the reference to the llama, they would know what this is, the NFT plate, they would know the sword and the overcompensate. It's very fun. Core loop suffer, like there's a lot of fun things done on this one. You have really done a lot of nice things there.
Yeah, the cool thing about this card is that we can study the option of using it as one of the elements of our future competition. So if you're interested in collectors to burn it, which I don't know, that's super appealing at first for you, but at least it will make the rest of the cards more scarce, right? So that's some possibility we can study in the near future. And yeah, that's another of our next releases that will be happening really soon, because we have almost everything ready for that. And you can see here the 7 characters. This is a super low quality image, but the set, it's amazing. And this will be
this is not 5-minute art.
No. Anya has been working really hard on this, and there are also different varieties, so you can upgrade the characters. So this is the top version of each one of them. I'm lying, but kind of true.
Kind of true.
Yeah, that kind of lie that it's almost a truth.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So okay, here we have this number. So what is the number?
No, I won't be talking about this. You can keep pulling my tongue, but that won't happen. No, that will have to be in another of our rendezvous in a future event. Yeah,
that's a good teaser. There are some NFTs coming. There is and this was for the temporary game you're talking about, a 3-month or so game.
Yeah. That's
like building a game for 3 months. Is that the game you have built before that you are adding here to the blockchain, or is that a new game?
It's a completely new game, more based on pure NFTs and not using a game engine, but just web resources, regular web resources. It's just more like fidelization tool for our tournament players, so they finish their match and they hopefully, if they have played well enough, they can earn some wax. But every one of them will get for sure one of these cards and be able to participate on the other game.
Okay, so if you play your games, that's okay. So you will earn these games in one of your existing games.
Yeah.
And they are the ticket to play the new game.
No.
Okay.
But well, it can be considered as a ticket to play the other game. Yeah, kind of that, but not exactly. But it's
everything is so cryptic. We have no clue what's happening. But we know there is a new game coming. We know there will be some NFTs. We know there is an NFT that is making fun of me. That is awesome. And there's a lot of cool things happening there.
Yeah, sure. And also there's we don't consider this as the 4th game, but we are already speaking about the possibilities. I sent you some months ago, maybe a month ago, because in crypto time it's super difficult to keep track of the actual time. But I sent you some sketch Anya did, and Anya made, sorry, and that's an option that's on the table. If you take a look at our portfolio as game developers in our game studio, you may get some clues of the possibilities of the genres we are familiar with, and it's no secret that we made a kind of Pokemon game where you train your beasts and stuff. Yeah. So this is it. Yeah. This
So you
is
have a
just
lot of
a small
these
selection
games.
of the games we've made. Yeah.
Yeah, so here we have, and this is it.
Yeah, that's
This
it.
is a game I found and said, hey, you have to take this to blockchain.
Yeah,
Like,
but this won't be necessarily the final candidate, because we also have another super interesting options on the table. Something about, well, using physics, also something that allows for real-time combats or matches against other players. So
yeah,
you were saying that you would like to play against someone else, right?
yeah,
That's a possibility that's on the table, but for that, to allow that, you need a big amount of players.
yeah,
So there are alternatives we have, like the use of bots to ease the chance of actual players to fight someone, and slowly move into another scenario where most of the players are actual players. So yeah, and as for that sensation you had about when you were playing Candy Fiesta, that
yeah,
you were playing against your own record, that's something we will be addressing too in the future, by adding these kind of messages, letting you know about your current score, which is your next rival to beat. So like you're 200 points behind the next rival to beat, and you will get notified when you have beat him. And yeah, that's the idea. We will be working on in the next months a lot on this community user experience.
but like, so like this game, if you had like all the characters, everything, this is Pokemon, but it isn't. Like, it is a fun thing, and if you made this into big like the Pokemon on Game Boy, that's so much fun, those games that you can play. Now that is a pretty big thing.
Yeah, and the guy is called Ander.
Yeah.
Did you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our destiny to meet each other.
Yeah, this is so fun. But yeah, so this would be awesome as a blockchain game, considering it's like Pokemon the game. If every Pokemon you collect is an NFT,
Yeah,
and different rarities of Pokemon is different rarities of that, and you rebuild the game a little bit to make sure that people don't abuse it, that would be such a fun game where people can play it. They can spend a lot of hours, they can get cool things, and they can go to marketplace and they can sell it, and they can get real everything. That's
yeah. I know
so
you
much
like
fun.
this genre and the possibilities, but yeah, the other
It's a
options
big
are.
project though.
No, well, no, it's perfectly doable. It was done in the past, and it can be replicated. We are familiar with building the maps, the fighting NPCs, balancing the different kinds of characters. So it's perfectly doable. But we also have to balance what we're more leaning towards. Sorry, I mean, this is something some of our team might enjoy developing, but
Yeah.
maybe not all of us. And we also want to take into consideration what our players would like to have as a fourth game.
Yeah.
And that's something that's in the table. I mean, that's something we're open to discuss about with player base.
Yeah, and this is what I really like, because you guys are game creators coming to blockchain. Most of the projects are the other way around. They have an idea of how to make an economic layer and use the game as a way to incentivize their idea. Or they want to create a game, but they don't really know how. They use blockchain as an Kickstarter for that game. And then it takes a long time until we see anything. And what we see is usually not that exciting. It is like we haven't seen an immersive gameplay yet. Nothing that you go into and you disappear for hours and then you come out and feel like, whoa, what happened?
But that's for a reason, because blockchain has so many limitations, and you have to and especially if you allow people to earn some crypto, you have to make a solid product, hacker proof and bot proof, and that's really something that limits you. And in the case of Alien Worlds, for instance, they were super focused on the solidity of smart contracts and the economics back in the background, right? But in our case, we had always in mind to keep playability as the first option. That's why we were forced to build something that it's a validator. So we are not constantly checking that every action performed by the player it's genuine, but when we get to the end of the match, we send a log with all the actions that took place, and we verified that all the development of events was legit. So in this case, you only have to make a call to a smart contract once when you have finished the match, right? Whereas other options with a more strict blockchain mindset, when you change a mining tool, you have to send that addition to the blockchain and validate that, and it's super time consuming. There's a lot of minor tasks that are sent and registered on the blockchain, and we have to find a solution to find an intermediate point where it's playable, but it's it's legit.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to balance everything.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very difficult.
That's why we focus a lot on allowing other players, in general, to watch the replay of what the winners did, so they can check that it was an actual play, that it wasn't tricked on the background with injected code or whatever. And hopefully they can also learn about the optimal tactics.
Yeah.
So this is a big feature of our portal. We think it's a quite relevant feature. Yeah.
So this is a replay of the #1 player yesterday.
Yeah. Good luck if you try to emulate him. But yeah, wow. Yeah, you can see that cannons.
I have everything in ×3, so
yeah.
What he actually can do is he can pause it and he can do things as well.
Yeah. Just, we were killing a total amount of 1 million orcs by day in our endless siege duels. So that's a heavy massacre. Yeah,
it's a heavy massacre, and the more orcs you kill, the more rewards the landowners will get later.
Yeah,
they are connected.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, because we will have necromancers that will gather all these body parts, and I don't know what they will do with them, but hopefully it's not something evil, just as they normally do.
Yeah, so here you can go and you can increase the speed and you can look what's happening. I can see that he is really using this laser tower in a great way, for example.
Yeah, we try to make this as transparent as possible.
That's nice. And you cannot see that on the same day as the tournament is. You see it on the day after. So you cannot go into the leaderboard, because then you could copy
exactly
that has the plan for today.
Exactly that. Unlike on Duels, that you can see the replay once your rival has finished his play. So on tournaments, the things go in a slightly different way.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so next week on the 7th, we have lands being sold. There will be some kind of whitelist. There will be a public sale, at least it sounds like that. And then there will be a $20 prize if that is not changed from all your threats that you get. And we do not know exactly what time it is. We just know that it's Wednesday next week.
Yeah, by I think by our 5 p.m. So
World Swedish time.
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That's UTC +1. Is it possible?
I think it's +2 right now.
Okay. But yeah, we need to be around in office hours to ensure everything goes smooth. But the amount of the sale is so reduced. We have been testing thoroughly with the pack opening, the drops and everything. I don't expect any surprises.
So pack openings, are you using NFT blocks? Are you using something you built yourself? What's up there?
Yeah, we started coding our own smart contracts, and we decided to make our own tool to open them. And in this case, we will open these packs from our site, just using regular web tools. But for our next sale, we plan something more fancy, something that can be wrapped as an standalone pack opener tool.
Yeah.
And we're also planning to give this away as a white brand pack opener with fancy effects and customizable features.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
And on your game, we actually had this question before. Are you able to play with Anchor?
Not right now, but it's something we are working on at the moment. Hopefully for next week it's available, because we're experiencing lots of issues in the last weeks with Wax since they changed the appearance. It feels like more unstable, right? Maybe
Yeah.
you're on the other side of the.
I don't like the update of the Wax Cloud wallet. I don't think it looks good at all.
You mean just the colors or everything? Or
everything. Like this looks like hey, we have this until we're done.
Yeah.
Like a temporary user interface before they know how to actually make everything, and this is how they changed it from the dark one that was better before.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why they changed the colors, but let's hope they finish or get a more stable version really soon, because we're receiving lots of comments from our players that it takes some extra time to plug their wallets and verify their matches, and yeah, so hopefully some part of these issues get solved by adding Anchor logging on our site next week, hopefully.
Nice. So you plan to have that ready for the land sale, it sounds like.
I'm not 100% sure, but it will happen really, really soon.
Okay, so but for the pack opening, will Anchor work there?
No, because
so you will have to use the cloud wallet for that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah, it's not such a critical point using Wax Cloud wallet when on the pack openings. It's not as you're in a rush like in the sales day of big events, big collections, or yeah, I don't know, critical transactions that can be messy if you lose the connection or the block or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it's so yeah, for the pack opening we won't have Anchor ready, most likely.
For your sale, is it on Atomic Drops, or is that also on your own? It's on Atomic Drops.
No, it's on Atomic Drops. Yeah. Yeah, we feel it's a familiar environment for most of collectors, and it's kind of a guarantee of something. I don't know. Yeah, it's not a guarantee against bots, but familiarity, it's also a nice thing to consider.
Yeah. Yeah, and last question on your land, I think, is it pre-minted or mint on demand?
It's pre-minted. The packs are dynamically generated, but the lands contained each of these packs will be pre-minted. Yeah.
Nice. That's
yeah,
awesome.
But I don't like to think in terms of mint numbers for our games, but I know that still mints number one will be probably get more attention than the others. But
Always.
yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I get it for collections, but when you're working with utility NFTs, for me it's not a big deal. But yeah,
No, but the number
that's,
one mint of Alien World Land sells for more than everyone else, even though they
yeah.
generate exactly the same income.
Well, I'm saying this, but the other day, as we did this test, I received the mint number one of Common Land, and I got hyped. And the image was pixelated, and it wasn't useful for anything. But I liked it. It's kind of stupid how these things work, but yeah.
we are trained
Human,
to
yeah,
want to have the low mint.
yeah, it's human nature. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. So we have been chatting here for 75 minutes. Is there anything else we should mention about Clashdome or what you guys are doing and everything is happening in Spain?
No, I think we covered it in a fairly reasonable manner. Yeah, we will be releasing the info about the land sale in the coming days. We will make some promo campaigns on Twitter. Players can join us on our Telegram too and ask for more info. But yeah, I know that besides we can publish the article on Medium, and most of the info is right there, but there's always unexpected questions. So just pop up there on our Telegram, and we'll be happy to help you. And also on Twitter, we are quite...
The Twitter and Telegram is linked in the description as well as the website. So, and I just posted the link to Telegram in the chat. So just go there and join and have a good time. So thank you for coming on today, Javi. It was very fun to sit down and actually talk to you. It was awesome. And see you very soon again.
Okay, take care.
And thanks everyone for watching, and peace.
Peace.
My Bitcoin bowl is all I have left. Sold my house, my gold no less. The wolves I circle